Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has given us unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure or admire an old one. What will we find today? Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
My husband and I recently spent time on the Oregon coast. It's so different from anywhere I've ever been. Each beach is different, but my favorite has volcanic rock. The waves pound on the rock every few seconds, all day, every day, except at low tide. During those few hours 2 times a day, the rock is exposed for all to see. And in it, we can find tide pools with seawater that has been left by the receding ocean. These are often teeming with life, sea stars clinging to rocks, anemone opening to stretch their tentacles, tiny crabs and other creatures hiding under rocks, barnacles and mussels closing tightly to wait for the next tide, seaweed hanging limp and even drying out in the sun. It's a whole different world that we'd never guess was there, so fragile, yet surviving the crashing waves every day. Do you sometimes feel you're in a tide pool? Sometimes being pounded by life's surf, and other times being left high and dry or stuck in the same spot with no way out? Do you hide in fear like the crabs, or close yourself tightly from the outside world like the mussels, or dry up like the seaweed? I know I've been each one of those at one time or another. We've talked about fear many times before. Fear paralyzes us, keeps us from stepping out in faith. So for the times that we feel like a crab and hide, we can remember Proverbs 29:25. The fear of man lays a snare, but whoever trusts the Lord is safe. Instead of being like a crab, we should be like the sea star, clinging to the rock for dear life. The Lord is our rock, and there is no rock like our God. As David said in Psalm 27:1, "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid?" If we cling tightly to what we know about Him, we don't need to be afraid. I can't tell you how many times I've reminded myself, the Lord is all-powerful, He is good, and He loves me. Those 3 things I know for certain, and they've helped me weather many storms. We also don't need to close up like mussels when we're facing difficulties. They are anchored to the rock, but they're so tightly closed nothing can get in. I propose that we should be more like the sea anemones. When they find themselves in a tide pool, that's when they open up. Their many tentacles reach out because they know there's lots of tasty treats floating around in the tide pool, and that's how they get their nourishment. If we stay tightly closed to others and to God, we can't experience His love, teaching, and blessings that He wants us to receive. Nor can we give His love to others who God puts in our path. As 1 John 4:18 says, "There is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out all fear." We need to open ourselves to a deeper relationship with the Lord and with others that God uses to bless us. So if you feel you're in a tide pool today, are you going to choose to be a crab or a mussel? Or will you choose to be a starfish or an anemone?
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. We'd love to hear the treasures God has given you through His Word. You can listen to other episodes at our website, which you can find in the description below. Thanks for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.